Hey guys, in this video here, I'm going to be playing with the Millennium King Performance using the chess.com app. And I just want to show you just how it works and what to expect. So if you look here on the screen, once you have your board connected, you'll see Millennium King Performance, use connected board, and you'll see the little Bluetooth symbol there. So if you click up here where it says 5.5, you'll see all the preset options. And if you go to Rapid and hit More, and then hit Custom, you can pick, you can kind of further define the game from 1 minute to 60 minutes and from 0 seconds to 60 seconds increment. Looking at this screen, two things I wish they would add would be you can pick your side, because in case if you randomly get black, you won't have to play the game backwards, or you don't have to turn the board around and go to the other side. It's just a preference of mine. Everybody else may say you can turn the board around, and that's fine. You can absolutely do that, but just adding an option is not going to hurt anything to where you can pick the color you want to play with, so you can go ahead and set the board up in the first place that way. And also, you might want to, they should also put whether you can play the game rated or unrated, because sometimes you don't want to play a rated game. Like right now, for this demonstration, I'm forced to play a rated game, and I'm going to have to talk, and I may have to play the game from the opposite side of the board, which makes it a little bit more challenging. So, but as it stands, I'm going to go ahead and play the game rated. I'm going to play a 5.5 game rated. All right, once you click play, it's going to confirm that everything's connected. You're going to see the board is connected, check. All pieces aligned, check. And you hit play. And that's going to search for your opponent. And we'll see how it goes here. Okay. All right, so finally we got a game. The board is on the right side, so let's go. Let's jump right in. I'm going to see my opponent's move, and you should see his LED. So the whole point is, one thing about the chess.com app, when they make the move for your opponent, they just highlight the squares on the actual app until you actually move the piece on the board. Then it moves the piece on the board. Like, for example, let's take a look here. When my opponent makes his next move, you should see on the app, see where it just highlights the square, but on the, you see the LED here, so you just go ahead and move it. But the idea is to keep you focused on the board, which is really what all this is intended to do. So all right, so I'm gonna just play my typical D4 system here. Let me go ahead and keep it moving here. Let me just switch these around here. Okay. Okay, and I'm gonna just go ahead and do that. Most people here play, I'm just gonna go ahead and castle here, because again, when you play an opening like this, you things really light up when you're castled. So I'm gonna go ahead and push C4 here, because that's a theme when you play this system, or any sort of things like this. You want to go ahead and do that. All right, so we could, let's go ahead and deploy our knight. Okay, he castles. Only thing I'm worried about here is, let me go ahead and move my rook over here. He's almost a minute ahead of me, so I got to be careful here, because again, that's another kind of disadvantage of the Millennium boards, is that you have to actually press the pieces, so it's not like it's a piece recognition where you can just set it down like the DGT or the Satibo or something like that. Which, I mean, just pressing the pieces is not all that bad within itself, but you can move them a bit faster when it's piece recognition. But at the same time, if you're playing with a board like this online, most people are going to play pretty long games, and that's what most people are going to play anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and capture here. What I'm going to try to do is get this diagonal open here, and he captures back. I need this diagonal open here. So I'm going to have to, let's go ahead and take this right here. Get this diagonal open here. Okay, he takes. That's all well and good. So now we're going to just bring our bishops out. Okay. Again, that's one of the advantages of this type of system here, which surprisingly Magnus Carlsen, I believe, played this in the second game of the World Championship that's currently happening. He didn't play this exact line I'm playing, but I mean, he played the system, which again transposes into a Catalan or something like that. And I'm not an expert on it, obviously, but I definitely know some features and things. And again, the good thing is just understanding just themes in the position and what you should do. Of course, at times you will have to concrete calculate or really think, but as long as you play your opening things quite properly, you should be fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and deploy my queen here. See, that's sometimes a general idea because it's not so easily attacked on the square. That's another thing. He can kind of try to force a trade of queens with queen to, so he's going here, which is nice because now I'm gonna come back and pull my rook over here in the middle. So now I'm almost ready to push E4. Not quite. I'm not quite ready. All right, I'm just taking a look at the position here. And so he or she made a move that, again, I think is not really what these positions generally call for, which is opening up that diagonal. So I'm gonna just go ahead and go here because again, that diagonal is open. If we take that knight, my bishop on G2 would take his knight and attack his queen. And I'm also threatening to take his white bishop with my knight right now. So, yeah, let's see what he does. He brings his knight, he brings this over here. So let me go ahead and take this here. I'm gonna go ahead and take that. Go ahead and take that and see how he retrieves that. This is going to be an important move for him here. He takes that with his queen. All right, so now I have to make some sense out of this position here. Let's see here. What should I do here? Let me open this up so you guys can see the board here. Okay. Okay. So the only real option that I have is to, let's see. I guess I'll retreat my knight. Because again, on the next move, again, depending on what he does, I'm going to push E3. I mean, I have to, because I can also deploy my knight back on D2, bring it to C4, or come out. So it's a lot of different ways I can go about this. Okay. That's a pretty decent move, I gotta say. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do this number here. Because a queen is standing pretty good. It's kind of keeping some stuff tied up on the side of the board because A7, I've got my eye on A7, I got my eye on B6. So, and if he takes that bishop, which actually I think he should have actually, I actually could have lost that bishop, I believe. I think I blundered there, to be honest with you, but he didn't see it. Because again, I'm trying to talk and see at the same time. So I think I just won a piece. Because no matter what I'm taking, bishop takes knight, and the bishop should be hanging in the end somehow. Yes, he resigned. So there you go. Just to show you what would have happened is that, for example, if he would have just say went here, let's just say he goes here, then I just go here and take this right here, for example. And if I take that, no matter what, this piece is under fire by this piece. And if, for example, if he takes this piece here, I would just simply take this here. And again, let's just look at this main line. If he just takes here, then I just take here, and I'm up a piece. And he has no real compensation for it. I mean, he does have a pass pawn, but that's not in real compensation. Because again, I'm looking at ideas like this to bring my knight here, push this right here. Yeah, this is just no compensation whatsoever. But anyway, that's how you hook up the King Performance to the chess.com app and how it looks. So again, that's the end of the video. If you got any questions, let me know. I'll see you guys in the next one. You all take care. Bye.